Welcome back, families. So if you know me and you know our channel, I'm always looking for ways to heal. So while I take these nails out of this step that I'm about to redo, we're going to talk about something. So I was having a conversation with my sister about, just like the other parent and the responsibilities that come with that, right? And so here how the conversation went. I stated that, I wanted to move out of the state. I would allow my kids to stay here with their dad, if he was able to keep them. And I would leave. And she was like, I just don't believe you. And I'm like, what is there not to believe? And she was just like, I just wouldn't believe that you would leave them with somebody who would not be able to take care of them. And my thing was like, I do have some opinion on how people parent, right? However, I don't think that he could not take care of them. Like, if I was putting them in a situation where they would just be like, without their basic needs, without safety and security, that's different. But what I'm saying is, if their dad got into a position where he could take them full time, as we discussed, and I brought it back up to him, I would leave them here. I would go live a different life. And I think she was kind of baffled at that and was kind of thrown back. And she was just made it to like, that's my child. I would not let mine. I was like, see, that's where I'm going to stop you at. Because a lot of our trauma has us feeling and has us thinking that this is only our child. Well, first of all, this child belongs to God. Let's start there. 2, it takes 2 people to create a human, right? And even though sometimes that second person doesn't always show up, even if that person doesn't show up how I want them to show up, he still shows up for them. Like, my girls love their dad. They spend time with their dad. Do they live with him full time? No. But if given the opportunity, I would give that to my daughter. As a woman, as I've been continuing like the journey, I've learned that some of my confidence and some of my lack of self-worth has come from not having a male experience with my father. I don't know the story on why my dad was not there. I don't know the ins and outs because my mom, she never spoke that with us. However, if given the chance, I would have liked to live with my dad. Like, I would have liked to know what it was like to have a male in your life that you can count on, that you can depend on. And that's what I was saying in the conversation. And it was just like, well, that's one thing that I don't agree with. I'm like, here's the thing. We don't have to agree. Like, when I think of trauma, when I think of, like, healing, I would give my daughters a chance that I never got. So as a parent, if you're thinking about, just your children and giving them a childhood, give them experience that you never had, even if it means leaving them with their other parent.